Hello, people. I'm back. Part 2 of creating your own job. In part 1, I told you that you could take your passion and turn it into your career. No matter what your passion is, whether it's fishing, knitting, or soccer, for example, with all this World Cup hoopla going on right now. You can turn any of that into your career. If you can produce good content and build an audience, you can create an income. I'm going to talk about building an audience in a later post. But building off of this soccer example, let's say, for example, that sports is your passion and you've always wanted to be an ESPN anchor or a talk show host. You can now do that for very little money using YouTube. And if you do it right, you can build an audience or a following of people, and where the people go, the money goes. So of course, but taking some passions are going to be more marketable than others. If you can create a YouTube show, a blog, a podcast, or something along those lines talking about your topic, and the content is good, you can add value to other people's lives. If you can do that, then you can get paid for it. So let's say, for example, that one of your passions is cooking, but it's really more of your hobby. It brings you lots of joy. You want to keep it a hobby. It's probably not a good idea for you to make that your career, although you certainly can do so. This cooking example is a good example for me because I love to cook. I love to eat. I'm often watching the Food Network this or the cooking channel that. And I can certainly make a YouTube cooking channel and build an online community. And maybe I will do it one day. But for right now, I'm content to just post pictures of the things I cook on Facebook, talk to my friends about it, share recipes, stuff like that. So if you're in the same boat and you have a hobby that you're passionate about, but you don't really want to turn that into your career, what other options do you have for starting a business? Well, first off, you should think about what you're really good at. If you're really good at something, there's a chance that there's lots of other people out there that want to be good at that same thing too. They have a problem and you have a solution if you can communicate how you became good at it. If you can solve a problem for people and add value to their lives, then once again, you can get paid for it. Here's a case in point. I'm a teacher. I work for and have worked for organizations whose mission it is to turn around schools that have a history of low performance. This is done in an effort to decrease the achievement gap that often exists between students from low-income backgrounds and their more affluent peers. Teachers in these situations, they often struggle managing the behavior in their classrooms. Now, I came from a business background, so when I say a business background, meaning I had worked in corporate America a little bit, but when I started, I had this knowledge of systems. And so I went about creating a procedure and a system for everything in my classroom. And the results were amazing. My students were really able to increase the amount of learning they were doing in a very short amount of time. So I feel that this is an area where I can solve a problem or remove some sort of pain for a group of people. And so I've actually started a business around this, which I'm going to talk about in more detail in an upcoming post. But in his book, The $100 Startup, Chris Guillebeau states that people mostly spend money on things that will either give them some sort of pleasure or remove some sort of pain. So if you can do either or both of these, you can get paid for it. Look at Uber and Lyft, which I actually used for the first time this weekend. People get upset when they can't get a taxi quickly, or when they do get one if it's very pricey. Uber and Lyft, without owning a single vehicle, has taken this pain away from a lot of people. Not to mention they've created work and jobs and income for all of their drivers. So there's lots of things I made reference to in this post, and I'll be posting again very soon to elaborate on those points. So for now, think about what you are good at or a problem you can solve for other people. Subscribe to the channel so you can get the updates. And remember, you've got so much hustle inside. All you got to do is listen to it and then act on it. Let the things you love be your escape, and you will find that the work that you are doing is a lot more enjoyable. Thank you. Thank you for watching. Please take a moment and subscribe to the So Much Hustle YouTube channel. If you'd like to watch more videos, feel free to click on one of the links shown here. Also, Please leave feedback in the comment section below. If you know more people that could benefit, please share the hustle across your social network.